Recording started.
Hi, this is Kelly with the ITSM team, and I'd like to briefly talk to you about the business approver process for approving service requests that have been submitted through the portal Get It feature. So what's going to happen as a business approver, you will receive an email once a service request has been submitted for your cluster or agency, and you are the designated approver or person in the approver group. So what's going to happen is you will see a approval request email that will be sent to your inbox. To make sure that you do receive these appropriate requests, you need to go to your Outlook and make sure that you have no settings turned on to filter out the ITSM ServiceNow email. Once you make sure that you are receiving your ServiceNow ITSM email, you can look and review your approval requests. So we come into the system and our email, and we open up a request for approval. And what we're going to see is a list of the RITMs, which are the request items that are being requested by the customer. This particular request is for a desktop computer and for computer accessories. This request is for Joe's X, and there is additional information that we can see has been submitted with this particular request. If we scroll all the way to the bottom of the request, we have two links. We have the click here to approve link, and we have the click here to reject link. It's important to know that as an approver, you will probably be in a group with other approvers, but the first person to either approve the request or reject the request will approve the entire request or reject the entire request, meaning that if you initially approve or reject, no other person from your group can approve and reject after you if you were the first person to do so. So for the sake of this demonstration, we're going to click approve, and that's going to pop up another email box. And what's going to happen is we can put a reason for this approval. This request is approved because Joe does, in fact, need a new desktop and accessories. And so what we're going to do is then we have to hit send, and this email notification will be tracked with the approval on this particular request. If, however, we go back to our inbox and we see there's another approval request, we can open that up. We can look through. This is another Joe Zach's request, and he's already submitted a request for a desktop computer and computer accessories. So maybe he accidentally submitted two individual requests for the same item. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to reject this particular request. Click the reject link, and we can say this request has been rejected because Joe already requested these items. And then we're going to go ahead and click send. This particular message from the approver will be tracked with the approval on the request, but the customer will not receive this information. So if you enter detailed information, into this box, know that the customer will not see this. This will be tracked with the approval. The customer, however, will receive a generic, this request has been a denied email notifying them that they have, in fact, been rejected for this particular request. Also, it is important to note that if the customer's email address is not up to date in their NYC.gov ID account, then they may not be receiving the email notification sent out by the ITSM system, in which case they are not aware that their requests are being rejected because they won't receive the email. So that's something that they would need to update and remedy on their own. All right, and that concludes the email portion of the approver process for approving or rejecting a service request. Thanks.